Hello everyone, welcome to tutorial number 8 in the top-down zombie game tutorial series. And yeah, so before we begin guys, I would like you to subscribe. Yes, it doesn't only help my channel, but it also helps you. If you're following through the series, you get new updates on my new tutorial videos and you won't get to miss out. So yeah, now let's get started. So first things is, I want to open up NetBeans. And it's taking its sweet time. And so in this tutorial, tutorial, we're going to be covering key input. Creating. I think we're just going to be listening in for keys, and then the next video we're going to be covering the key manager, so we can manage keys. So and let's get started. I think and there we go, and there we go. So see, let's see what we had last time. Last time I think we had some moving stuff, I guess, if I never removed it. So okay, now for this we're going to create a new class, a new package, and I'm just going to create a new package. I'm not going to put it in the display though. ZombieGame.input. I'm going to create a new package and I'm going to name it input. And inside the input package, I'm going to add a new Java class, and then we're going to call this our key input or key manager, key input. I might just call it key input. Key input. And there we go. Oh, sorry, I need to change that to capital I and rename file. And so now first few things is that we need to know is that for key input we're going to use an interface called key listener, and for that to work, for a key listener to work, it needs to be bound to some sort of Java, window or JFrame component, some sort of component. So if you want to listen to a key, we're gonna have a key input value bounded to this thing, to this frame or the canvas inside the frame. I hope I was clear enough. If I wasn't, just watch the tutorial. So let's get started. So to use an interface, you're just going to use the keyword implements, and we're going to implement a key listener. Key listener is from the java.awt.keyListener package. We're going to implement all abstract methods, and there we go. Now let me just explain these three methods real quick. The first method is for a key typed method. We don't usually do this. We don't usually use this. I think we do while making games. I think we don't use this. It's not common. So this one will not use. The next function we're gonna have is the key pressed. This function basically detects whenever a key is pressed. When you press any key on your keyboard, this function is called by whatever component you bounded this key listener onto, and there's the key released function. So basically what this does is basically it's the same thing as the key pressed, but it does exact opposite. So basically any code inside this function or the method will be called once you release a key on your keyboard by the whatever component you bound to, and we're going to bound our key input to the canvas. So and you probably saw me deleting this code, this stuff, well, you kind of have to delete it, otherwise you're just gonna see some errors over here because it throws a new exception. Yeah, that's a lesson for another day. So yeah, there we go. Now let's get started. Now first things, I'm just gonna have to reference this inside the display. Now when we create a display, I'm just gonna create a public key input. In fact, not public. We're gonna make key input static, so it's going to be a static class. So yeah, so we're not gonna create any object out of the key input. We're just gonna initialize it, and that's it. So initialize it when we create the display. So I'm just gonna say key input equals to new key input. So we want to have another function inside here, and it's going to be, I'm just gonna call it initialize. Public static. Now first of all, we're going to need to create an object out of this. An object out of key input. Even though it's going to be a static class, we still need an object for it. So public key input import. Yes, so we're gonna import that from our own package. Yeah, we're gonna import that from our own package. Top down. You can have it renamed to whatever it is. I just renamed the packages to jcodes, and yeah. So after importing that, we're gonna need to create an object. We're gonna have to instantiate key input. Key input equals to new key input. I just want to make it public static. The reason I'm making it static is that you can refer to this without having to create an object. It's an object that's going to be created once throughout the game, throughout the lifetime of the game, and we're not going to have to recreate it anymore. So I'm just going to leave it as static, and yeah. Key input equals to new key input, and I think, no, we're not yet done, and inside the initializer, we're going to say canvas that add key listener key input, and that's it. We're done for key input. Now we need to so I'm just gonna delete this, and yeah, that's done. Now we just need to add some code to test our key input, and yeah. So here key typed, I don't know if this will work. I don't know. I'm just gonna say we typed something. We're gonna display text, we typed something. And here we pressed a key, and then here we're just going to say we release the key that we pressed. And when we run this, first of all, let me just disable the text. Where's the text? I need to disable this text. I think it's inside the game manager. And yeah, so I just gonna have to disable this frame rate text, and yeah, and let's run it. As you can see, for the key input to work, first of all, you need to, if you type and if you press any keys on your keyboard and you haven't had the window in focus, nothing's going to happen. So you have to click on the window for it to get focus, and then you start typing. Like I'm going to type whatever words I want. I can type so we press the key. So right now I'm going to press the key, and then it's going to say we press the key, and when I release the key, let's say we release the key that we pressed. Press the key, it's gonna come on, we press the key, and we also type in something, and when I release the key, a key that we pressed was released. Yeah, so guys, so that's it. That's a short tutorial on key input. So the next video, we're just going to create a manager or a system that's going to manage all our key input into something more useful, so that we can know that we're pressing the letter W and basically have something much more sophisticated. So guys, yeah, peace for now, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Subscribe so that you can get notifications on new uploads and stuff, and new uploads and new content, some new tutorials. And yeah, so it's gonna benefit you, and it's also going to benefit me. So guys, peace.